The talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. A battle in the Western Conference. This Houston crowd hoping to watch their Rockets come out on top. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season. They beat this team in 5 games in the first round last year. That gives them some confidence, I'm sure.
Estamos aquí, señores, desde el Toyota Center. Bueno, desde el Toyota Center. El equipo de Minnesota se enfrenta a los Rockets de Houston. Muy cerrada la pintura, un buen arco perimetral de parte del equipo. Robo de balón temprano para Jerry West. La casa de Houston. Rebote en el cielo para Tim Duncan. Le pasa a Magic Johnson. 0-0 el juego. Tony Allen no va a poder enfrentar a West tan fácilmente. Magic Johnson, macho defensivo con Jerry West. Peligrosa la situación. Tapón en el aire. Bueno, señores, qué jueguito. Curry versus Magic Johnson. El pase. Jerry West. Bueno, a los dos equipos se le está haciendo difícil meter la bola en el aro. Hay la cortina para Curry. De 3. Bueno, comenzó la nueva adquisición a producir.
Their mid-range jumpers, and then reality will set in, and then they'll have to kind of get back to playing regular basketball. And for some teams, it's just straight development. How can you develop your young players and get them along with maybe some veterans who are going to transition out in the middle of the year? So right now for coaches, GMs, presidents, there's a lot of optimism, but there's also a lot of prodding and self-examination to see where they will be a year from now, as opposed to putting all their eggs in this season.
Típico de Tony Allen, un robo.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Ayton, he's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Biel-Itza comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Caruth is checked in for Devin Booker, and it's Napier in for Curry. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And looking deeper at some postseason numbers, here's a look at the distribution of three-point and two-point shot attempts for the Timberwolves. Houston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Collins is checked in.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now, here's Collins. Stolen. Here's the break. Caruch passes to West. Knocked away. Stolen by Jackson. To the paint. Here's Collins. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. That was just the perfect possession, getting it in. Shot.
And Gibson kicks to Bird. Lets it fly. And that one no good to start him off on the night. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
I think they play great D and not giving up any. Easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. In fourth, the Timberwolves.
And this team, in terms of scoring off the turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And a chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
Stats for Stephen Curry. Last season, he played outstanding, putting up about 26 points per, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Yeah, impossible to check right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Minnesota, John Collins is out there with Bird. And there's Jackson, then it's Daniel Gibson, and it's Poe in at the center position. Fareed's checked in for West. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
Big group substitution now. Now for Minnesota. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Poe. Duncan comes in for Collins. Allen's checked in for Gibson. And it's Johnson in for Jackson. Now here's Allen. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Johnson inside. Curry meets him. 5 on the clock. Here's Allen. Connects on the foul line jumper. Allen's got the first basket of the second quarter for Minnesota. Houston leading by 3. Aminu finds Booker. Back to Aminu. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
I'd like to see Aminu do more of this, Kevin. I mean, he has the touch to be effective inside.
Bird outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the dunk is always the king of the highlight reel. We know it comes easy if you're 6'10" or bigger. But, Chris, there are little guys who can get up there and slam it down hard, too.
Well, I'll tell you what, Westbrook absolutely scares me when he dunks the ball because Westbrook thinks he's 7 foot tall and tries to dunk like it every time. So I love watching him attack the rim. How about Dennis Smith Jr.? His miss in the dunk contest last year was one of the most exciting dunks I've seen in a long time.
It was.
Eric Bledsoe, Terry Rozier. I mean, these guys, they attack the rim fearlessly, and they're going to posterize you if you're a big fella and sleeping on their hops.
Houston making a switch. Courage is checked in, and the Timberwolves also making a change. Austin. He's checked in for Hernan Gomez.
He's so confident, so self-assured on every free throw he takes.
Timeout called the Rockets.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Booker. Good season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 25 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
.21 left to play here in the half. And Fareed kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. Curry on the wing. The teardrop falls in. Curry's got 5.
Oh, and that's the floater Curry has perfected. I mean, difficult for the defense to predict exactly when he's going to use it.
Johnson, the pass to Duncan. Timberwolves passing it around. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Timberwolves have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Here's Allen. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
How about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Rockets. Trailing by 2. Knocked loose and taken away by Magic. Allen outside, just 4 to shoot. Good D by Booker.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Minnesota on top, up 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They were a little more aggressive in the second quarter, and it paid off. They went from trailing to now holding a 2-point halftime lead. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Defensively, they did a great job of contesting shots and making things.
Thanks for joining us.
And as we return to Houston, Texas. It's a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Rockets trail. We've got West. Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Booker in at the 3 slot. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Duncan. Bird against Booker. Bird, the pass to Duncan. Here's Hernan Gomez. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Hernan Gomez has got the lead up to 2 now for Minnesota. And so it's Houston with it. Booker dishes to West. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
I mean, that's what I call the prototype. When you talk about catching and shooting, West squares those shoulders, elbow in perfect alignment. Money.
Johnson inside. Guarded by Kerr. Kicks it out to Allen. And another 3 for Minnesota. You know, see, we've spoken before about the skills that were hardest for you to develop. What parts of your game were the easiest to strengthen and fine-tune?
Wow, that's a great question, Kev. I have to think about that. The easiest. Well, I would say for me it was whatever I was doing well in college, and so that was on the post, on the right block, that Sterling James Worthy spin move. It was easier to get a little bit quicker in that because now I got to see him use it and do it to me. It was easier to have my jump shot start to get in the place that I wanted it to as a rookie. But why? Because I had one of the greatest shooters of all time, Chris Mullin, there to sit and practice with. And so when you have a great shooter and a mentor like him, it's easier. Because they explain it to you, and then not only do they explain how to do it, they show you through their work ethic. And so for me, it was pretty easy in those areas because I had a great mentor in Chris Mullin.
I love that story. Now a timeout called by Houston. Checked in for the Rockets. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 17, and that one hits back iron. Minnesota in the lead. Gibson in the post. West is there, and it's Bjelica with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Allen kicks to Collins. On the wing, Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jackson's got his first points of the night.
And there's a pattern starting here. Working it outside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Napier. Out left to the wing. Here's Karuch. Another miss by Houston. Guys, this offense is very effective.
Guys, defense has been no match. They just picked them up.
Jackson finds Allen. Back to Jackson. Lets the three fly. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Napier feeling it out a bit. Pass with a wide open look. Another miss by Houston. Right side, Gibson. Back to Jackson. Over Napier. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The third quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves lead by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to review. Our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. Well, we'll see what they run coming out of this.
Okay, well, let's... check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. He told them, now's when you turn it on. Leave them in the rearview mirror. I know we can put these guys away. We'll see if they can deliver.
And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Magic Johnson is out there with Tony Allen. And it's Duncan. Then there's Bird. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 5 down low. Bird, the pass to Allen. No good that time. Curry with the defensive effort. And Booker kicks to Curry. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 4 assists in the game.
Reminding us again why he's one of the
Allen outside. the layup's good off the. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
West kicks to Booker. West outside. Up top, Curry. Inside. Here's Aminu. He can't get that one to fall. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Bird, the pass to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Bird against Booker. Pulls from the top of the key. That one wide left.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking. And Kevin, you could tell that Aminu's teammates trust him. I mean, especially with these moments to make big shots. He's very calm in these situations.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're leading by 1. A minute 20 left to play here in the 4th. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Tony Allen.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking. When he's had an opening. He's taken.
Johnson kicks to Bird. Now Johnson. Allen finds Hernan Gomez. Knocked loose. Duncan outside. Here's Johnson. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so it's West with it. He brings it up for Houston. Booker outside. Over Bird. Sinks it.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Well, we want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning into. Big moments.
Johnson kicks to Allen. Johnson, the pass to Bird.
Has anybody ever personified excellence in all areas of play the way that Larry Bird does? But more importantly, he's got that clutch G.
Timeout called the Rockets. They trail by 1. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Houston making some changes. Ayton, he's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. And Caruth is subbed in for Steph Curry. Pulls up on the elbow. Yes!
And that bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop now may just seal the deal.
You guessed it, we're going to have a technical foul here. They tried to call a timeout, but already had used all of them. I think just lost track of the situation.
And really a complete lack of awareness. Seemed to have no idea.
Señores, yo no estoy atento a los tiempos, por Dios. Yo, cuando ustedes me piden tiempo y me piden una jugada, yo simplemente le doy, mierda, mano. Coño, mano, tienen que estar ustedes pendientes a cuánto tiempo a ustedes le queda, cuánto tiempo, no yo, porque cuando ustedes me piden un tiempo, yo no estoy mirando en la pantalla cuánto tiempo le queda a su equipo. Yo lo voy a dejar correr porque ya yo he hablado de esto demasiado, yo he hablado de esto ya. Oye, yo la última vez perdoné a Raúl, le pidió un tiempo, la misma situación, le pasaba la bola y por eso perdió el juego. Tienen que estar ustedes pendientes a su tiempo, no yo. Yo no puedo estar pendiente también a los tiempos.
They were out of timeouts.
A good point, Greg. It is. He just lost focus.
Señores, eso es un juego emocionante que no debe terminar así. Es un juego emocionante que no debe terminar
He
así.
sinks the clutch free throw.
And the whole game resting on one free throw.
Fuiste
And he
tú
buries
que me dijiste a mí.
tremendous heart.
Here's Johnson. Bird outside. Over Abdul-Jabbar. Ooh, offline. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. Well, fours weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime.
Oye, oye, un momento porque, coño, el gordo sí habla. Porque el PlayStation tengo que ponerlo de nuevo. No, no se cerró, simplemente se cerró en la computadora y tengo que activar, reiniciarlo de nuevo. No el PlayStation, sino la aplicación en la PC. Estos maricones me tienen nervioso, el diablo.